Gentleman yields. I now recognize Mr. Gonzales for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Smith, is Microsoft Teams a secure platform?
I believe it is. I use it every day for lots of sensitive conversations.
I would say I'm concerned. I'm concerned with the trust level that Americans have with Microsoft for a variety of different reasons. I believe Microsoft has been a trusted agent for a long time. And let me give you an example. If you work for the Department of Defense, and let's say you want to communicate with others in an unclassified environment, but let's say it's in a official capacity, right? Oftentimes the conversation is, don't use Zoom or others like that because that's an unsecured platform. Let's use Microsoft Teams. And what I'm seeing, what I'm starting to hear is more and more government officials, government agencies, DoD affiliated folks not trust that. So if Microsoft, if they don't trust that, what options do you have? Once again, I understand if it's a classified setting, but I'm talking about how do you reach people without a CAT card, without having to go down the CAT card route. Is there anything that is in the works in order to regain some of that, whether it's warranted or not? There is an eroding amount of trust within Microsoft. Is there anything in the pipeline that will regain that trust among DoD-affiliated organizations?
Well, first of all, I appreciate the fundamental gravity of the question. I would say that we are continually and constantly focused as part of this work that we're doing in increasing the security for every aspect of what we do, including Teams and every aspect of it. And I feel comfortable talking with the DoD or others on Teams. I want them to feel comfortable, and I want them to know that we are not stopping where we are because our adversaries are not stopping where they are. We are going to continue and are continuing to invest in hardening the security of Teams even more than it has today.
Thank you for that. A large part of what we do on this committee is try to get everyone out of silos, right? All these agencies are in silos. Every time there's a national security threat, you look back at these reports and it's always somebody knew something, but when did they know it? And part of that is the ability to communicate in a FOUO setting that where you feel as if maybe it's not quite the classified level, but you feel not everyone's listening on it. I just would reiterate how important that is from a national security standpoint to ensure that the government has at least some platforms like Microsoft Teams. My final question is this: how is Microsoft planning to combine your SFI while ensuring tools and software remain user-friendly and accessible?
Great. First of all, I want to just thank you for your first set of questions, and I will quote you back in the company's headquarters. Second, the point that you make is also so critical because we have to make security first, the top priority, but we have to make it easy for people to use. And so we do need to synthesize these things. And I think one of the virtues of what we're doing is not just calling on deeply technical engineers, but also people, say, in the field of software design and elsewhere. And I think part of our quest, I think it's a great quest for all of us, not just at Microsoft, but across the industry, is to continue to have what we call security by default, so that when people get a new computer, a new software program, all of the security settings are on by default. They have what we call security by design, so that it is designed, so that it's not only effective, but easy for people to use and easy for people to know what is happening. So we're focused on all of those things, and I'll just say there's, I think, a lot more coming.
Thank you for that response. Trust is the name of the game, and we have to make sure that Americans continue to trust these different platforms that are out there. So thank you once again for testifying before the committee, and Chairman, I yield back.